Hello. I finally got on. They were cutting the grass and trimming the bushes, and the little weed cutter thing was making all this noise, and I was like, okay, can't record now, because when I looked at the video, all you heard was so I was like, no, 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 you can't go out like that. They're gonna be straining their little ears like, what did she say? Even I couldn't understand what I was saying. I was like, what? Wait a minute. No, no, no. So it's almost August. It's almost time for the next month, right? It's close. It is close. Okay, some of you got paid, some of you didn't get paid, some people are fussing and people are struggling. I was looking at Amanda's budgets. Her car went down in another town about 45 minutes away from where she lived, and they had to tow it to the dealer, and it just stopped. And when she was talking, I think he said shredded belt, but I was thinking about that while she was talking. I said, I bet it's the belt. It just sounded like it's the belt. It's the belt. I've been through stuff like this, Amanda. I've been through everything that you were going through. So, yeah, but it was the belt. And I was like, yeah, when she said belt, I went, yep, belt. And I was sitting there going, oh no, because she has such a hard time. She was sailing along there, and her and her husband, and now they're stuck. They borrowed a car from one of their in-laws, I think her sister-in-law or something. But, she does gig work, and so it's hard when you don't have a car either, and then he can't get in to work, and the boss was fussing at him or nonchalant, just there's evil people everywhere. And sometimes there's so many of them, they're really a small group, very small group of evil people, they're related to the fallen angels practically, okay? The devil's gatekeepers, okay, that's them. And they think of things, when stuff gets in your mind that's bad, either you're going to act on it or not act on it. They act on it. Okay, they're the one decide to make the decision to steal, to rob, to attack, whatever they may do, or just be mean, evil, for no reason, or act like they don't understand something when they understand. So, we got to keep those people out of our life. They are a very small group of people, and they know they're very small. They're bullies and everything else, and they going this way and that. They're just evil. And we just got to fight the storm with God, because they're not godly people. There are more devils sitting in that church beside you than angels. They sitting in there and they walk back out there and start up again. They're not paying attention to anything that's being said. Okay? So you got to make your way, make your path through them, and get back to what you need to be doing to have a wonderful life, because some of them will attack you then. Because, see, when you start getting and gaining your money and stuff, they start up. Oh, you got that. Oh, you won't loan me any money. No, I won't. Okay? You can tell who they are. They're going to turn their nose up at you. My mom, she had gotten a car she did, they call it days work, house cleaning, and she was doing that. And one of her employers bought her a new car for Christmas that she was cleaning house with. And she had a car, but he bought her a car, brand new car. And so she proceeded to go to one of the other houses, the next day with her car. And she was happy. The woman was, she was an alcoholic. I think I told you this before, but anyway, she was an alcoholic and had a son. The husband had passed away. So she was raising her son, wealthy. But she saw that car parked out there. And mom's car wasn't raggedy. My dad was not going to have us in raggedy cars. But they were not luxury cars, most of the time. They were not that type of car. And she rode up in that car, and she said she couldn't figure out what was going on with her. She said all of a sudden she said something. that I can't say on here. And my mom went off and told her, I don't have to be here. I'm not going to be here. I'm going away, and I hope I never see you again, okay? And she said she just got in her car and came home. I remember when she did, because I was at home. And she came in, what are you doing here? And she said, that woman done lost her mind. She said she already losing her son. Her son was getting ready to move out. He didn't want to deal with her anymore. He was tired of it. And he was getting ready to move out. She was trying to keep him in there. And he was like, nope. I'm packing my bags. I'm waiting on the day I turned 18, which would be, I think it was like 2 or 3 days from there. He was leaving. Taking his little inheritance and getting up out of there. So, you know, some people can run people away, and they're very unhappy people, and they come at you, and you wonder, why are you at me? Because they mad about whatever's going on in their life. Okay? If somebody's racist against you, they're mad because you got more than they got, or they scared you're going to step up higher than they are. Instead of being happy for everybody and helping everybody get abundance. Okay? Help each other to get abundance. Help each other to get the government to give us money to give to other people. Do something. Okay? Instead of fussing all the time and scared. You know, most of the time people are scared. You know, they're scared of just different things in their life, and you know how this goes. And bullies are afraid. You know, you may not think so, but they're jealous of you. You know, I had bullies when I grew up because I was in the house and some of them weren't. They were in apartments. And I didn't care whether they were in apartments or not. I had friends that were in apartments. I went over there all the time, you know, after school or whatever. I did not care. And they didn't have the best of apartments. But I went and they came over to my house or whatever. And we got along. But some of them can't handle it. And that's that little small group. And you got to get through that little small group. So do not let your head fall down. I don't care what color you are or what you are or how old or how young. Don't let them get to you. And don't let these scammers get to you either. They're good at this too because they harbor on that fear and that meanness. And they think we're dumb anyway. You know, I've seen them in action looking at everything going, they're stupid. Americans are stupid. We're not stupid. No race is stupid over here. Nobody's stupid except the person that's opening their mouth and needs to be quiet. And stop showing everybody how stupid you really are, right? Be quiet. If you don't know anything, shut up. That's what I usually say. I used to tell kids, you don't know nothing, don't say nothing. Okay, if you ain't got it, don't say anything. Don't, you know. And not school-wise, just with people. If you don't know anything about whatever is going on, no. Just keep quiet. I said, I'm going to tell you what I used to do in school. If I didn't know it, you think I'm going to raise my hand? No. And then in law school, I got real bold, okay? If they called my name, which they thought everybody in there was a man, and it was like, don't you see these women in here? And you know, Mr. I'm like, I'm not a mister. And then he asked me a question. I said, I have no idea. You can ask somebody else. That's when I started getting bold, like, okay, go over there. Go over there. Or sometimes I would get tired of answering. They knew I knew the answer, and they kept coming back. Well, what do you think? I know. Go just over there. I've answered like 20 questions. There's like other people in this room. So, you know, I know some of you don't speak up. You're very quiet. I hear it. But don't let anybody intimidate you anywhere, even with this. This is your money. You take care of it. Don't worry about it. You hold your head up high. And you don't need to tell everybody about your finances. Okay, we're a little small group on here, technically. A little small community of, you know, other YouTubers. But, you know, protect yourself. But also, take the time to get on out of that debt if you're in it. Or if you're out of it, save. Okay? And we don't need you showing off. Some people like to show off. Okay, we bought this and we bought that. Okay, I changed the channel. Okay, bragging is not working. Okay, it's not working for me. You don't need to brag. Okay, we can see. we're very good. We can see or we can hear, and some people get overly going on. I don't know, they're just that way. And don't let my mom tell you what she thinks. So anyway, we're going to do this 2 ways. I found this. I had a lot of things when I was starting the budget. This was from Two Sister Bees template that I got, and I got several other things I'll probably show you as I go. Frugality is Life planner I use for my business. I usually don't do my business on here. Like I said, some things you need to keep close to the vest, right? Close in your pockets, close somewhere, like those people used to put money in their bosom, that type of thing. So, close to the vest. Men too, quit talking, if you're going out, don't be flaunting, just don't be paying for everybody. You ain't got enough money or you're going to lose it. Okay, there's somebody, always think somebody is listening to you. Okay, your money should be tight-lipped. Okay, just tight-lipped. So here we go. So this month, I gave myself a raise. Usually it's $5,000. So I said I'm going to do $5,300. And the car is paid off. Remember? Yes. So we got extra, technically, $612 somewhere in there. So I upped that $300. And everything else, like my business things and stuff, goes into either high yield savings or refurbished into the business expenses, what it needs. We pay taxes quarterly. That has to be paid, all that stuff. That's the business side. The accountant takes care of that. And if he doesn't, but he's been great. He's just been great. So, but I mean, if he didn't, he's got me to talk to because I'm going to go off. Right. Okay, so my goal always is to save. It has one goal, but it's goal. Okay, that's my main goal. And then I've got future things coming up that are rolling in my mind that I don't have to deal with, but I don't want to deal with them at the last minute. And one is a birthday for my daughter is in September. I have a medical that I have to pay in September, and it's $523.20. And I got to think about November because what? It's Thanksgiving. And it's also the time that I will pay off, not finished, I haven't paid him, my lawn care. So he's $900 a year. And then, what else did I say? Thanksgiving. It's away, but, we're moving. So sometimes if they got a sale on something, I do it early. And I think of Christmas because sometimes there's presents out there we can get early instead of waiting because I want to be finished like I was last year. If I can get finished, okay, you always compare yourself. You're comparing to yourself, not everybody else. Don't compare yourself to other people. And see, I'm comparing to me. So I'm seeing if I can get done. I got finished in November. I wonder, can I get done in October? Who knows? But I really don't want to because there's the Christmas fair and I know I'm going to go there. Unless I buy myself stuff. Okay, income, we got $5,300. And so for this month, we're going to switch this around because these things are not fixed. Okay, we know. The mortgage. And the mortgage went down, but I'm going up. So it's getting $1,700. The housekeeper is $400. Okay, so let's go over here. And then we've got our fixed things that usually not fixed, see, backwards. Things that move around. They call them variable expenses if you want to be proper about it. Personally, if you're not in business, I wouldn't worry about it. But things that go up and down, they should all be together. So AP, the electric, is $100. Columbia goes up and down too. So this month, it's changed again. It's $60.12. And so then Spectrum is $95. It's kind of holding its own, thank goodness. And Verizon goes up and down. I don't know why. Sometimes it's 2 cents off, and then it's 4 cents off, and who knows? I just gave up. But anyway, it's $94.99. So let's total that right there. So it's 100 plus 60 and 12 cents, 95 and 94.99. So we've got a total of $350.11. Okay. Now we're going over here because we do remember how this is going to go. So we've got the mortgage and the housekeeper. Now, remember we got a credit card that paid off things from last month. And its total for that was $370.21. Okay, I have to pay cash for that. Okay, so it's $1,700 plus $400 plus $370.21. So that was for a total of, so that would be our fixed expenses, $2,470.11. Oh, another 11, good. Must be lucky, right? Okay, so that's what we got. Now, I told you before, you take the credit card that I covered over, and it's going to pay this month over here. So the credit card's going to take this, and so we've got income of $5,300. All right, and then we've got our fixed expenses, and the credit card is taking care of this. And the last month, it already paid it off. So we're going to subtract these two numbers to see what our cash flow will be this month, because this is on a credit card. I don't have to worry about it. I'll worry about it next month and pay it off. And you know, the only thing that it works with, that if you have a big expense and you got a larger credit card or even a loan, sometimes you can you may have to load up that credit card for something else. You may have an emergency. That credit card sometimes becomes your emergency plan if it's larger or even smaller. Maybe you got a $700 credit card. Well, you could have loaded it up, okay, with that, and then this month all you owe is $350, okay, and so you pay it off, do it again, rinse and repeat till you make some money, and it actually works. I thought, now I was skeptical. I thought too. I was like, this thing's not gonna work. I was tossing and turning, got up, redid it again. So my cash flow. Let me see if I got another color. See if this right. Is $2,829.89. Right there, I could cash stuff that, or I could leave it on a credit card and it's paid off practically that credit card, okay? So, for instance, if it was a, like I gave you an example, $3,000 credit card, okay? You could have either paid it off, and most of it would have been paid, right? And it would just been bye. You got most of it gone. Or if you had some more cards, you could start either saving or start maybe pay 1 or 2 off. Maybe you got a $500 credit card, $500 credit card. You can start using this cash to pay off some of the debts. I wouldn't suggest using all of it, okay? Save a little bit, but take some time, figure out which ones you would really want to pay if you want to do it that way. But it did actually work for me. You don't have to try it. I'm not an advisor, nothing, okay? Not nothing that you can, not savvy with the accounting stuff. Don't want to deal with it. I want simple. I'm a simple bear. That's it. Don't want to do all that. Okay. But this credit card does give you cash flow, because imagine if you paid this, what if this was bigger? This would take all your cash flow out of there. Okay. And maybe the first month it will be that way, because you may be in the debt quite a bit, and it might, the first month's a little tacky. And then, then later on, it just kept building and building. And maybe you're just wanting to save. It's going to save more money for you. So it does work. But you don't have to follow me. So I took their budget planner. So like I had a budget instead of this. So for the month, we're doing August. Can you imagine 4 months? It's time for the holiday, the big one, the big moolah, if you're doing that one. The Thanksgiving, this is the big moolahs coming up. Okay, so we need to pay attention so we're not fussing, and also cash stuff your heating bill. Okay, just get it together now. Just like you should have cash stuff the electric bill because the air conditioner is on. Cash stuff that heating bill if it gets too cold or something. Okay, we need to be doing that. So the income we're taking is $5,300, and I gave myself a raise, and the rest of it is in high yield savings, or where it's supposed to go, paying bills for the business, or saving and different things. I got it in. So we're taking $5,300 this month. So the things that are on auto pay, we're going to put right here. Now we can put the credit card up here. Let's put how much we owe on the credit card, because this one may be different, right? So it's $370.21. Okay. So then the auto pays, the things that are on auto pay. So that would be AEP, and that's $100. Columbia, that's $60.12. We got Spectrum, that's $95. Verizon, that's $94.99. And yes, I do know that if I paid cash for it, I could get $20 extra. But me and Verizon are not friends at times. And so, I was like, you pay it. You do what you got to do. Because, see, they don't want to pay the fees for Visa or MasterCard, and they want you to use cash. Because can you imagine, they got 1 million customers or so, and they're, even if it's 3 cents, that's some profits going out the door. I understand. I got it. I just got ticked with them doing it. Because because one month I had it on there, and then the next month I used the card, and then they decided to ban me for 2 months from doing either just pay cash or whatever, from using the card. That's what it was. And I was like, whatever. If you're not careful, I'll move carriers. Okay, don't mess with me. Okay, the things we're gonna pay with cash: the mortgage is $1,700. The housekeeper is $400. And I pay bills monthly. And yes, sometimes I hand my housekeeper, when she would take it, she keeps wanting just the $400 extra money. Oh, I put credit card. You can put the credit card down here too, but it's up there. It's $370.21, but I put this around here because it's right there. Okay. So they don't have a place over here for all this good stuff, but we're going to put it right here. How's that? Okay, so for our income was $5,300. Okay, our fixed expenses, which don't move, right here. Maybe I should put the total here. So the mortgage and everything was, let me get my eyeballs because I changed on myself. $2,470.11. Let's fill this out, right? We know the credit card. Did I get it right? Yeah, that's cash. 2,400. I'm thinking. Okay. And then this was the credit card that we got to pay this month. That's going on auto pay. See right here? She put it on there, auto pay. It goes straight in. Okay, they come out, they come get it, and they take it out. So they're used to it. Okay, so we have our income here, and then we've got fixed expenses, and that's our cash things we have to pay with cash. So that's $2,470.11. Okay, credit card we really don't have to pay attention to, but I'm going to do this. And our cash stuffing, 2829.89, and we're going to put that down here. If you're going to cash stuff, that's what you do. If you leave it in the bank and you do digital, you know to move stuff around. Okay, and this credit card is paying for this. Okay, this stuff is credit. Okay, and if you got a smaller, amount or a credit card, it could take that in. Maybe you got a tiny little loan. I don't know. But it's got to be an open-ended loan. Do not take a loan that is not open-ended. Like you can get cash in and out. Okay, because all you're going to wind up, you're going to lose your money because you paid that card, that loan, and they're not going to loan it back. You got to get another application and then go in there and do it again. No, some of the payday loans and all that stuff, no. Check and make sure it's open-ended, and I would suggest somebody that's on the up and up, not payday. You need to stay away from paydays, high interest. We don't need to deal with them anyway. But it needs to be open-ended. That means it's like the credit card. It revolves. Revolving credit. They want you to revolve. Okay, put it in, take it out. That's what they do with credit cards. Put it in, take it out. Put it in, take it out. Now, some of you watch your credit cards because they are going up and down. Check, see what they're doing, because some of them are closing accounts. So you do have to be careful because some of you haven't used your card. You put it in the drawer, and they think you don't want it. So they're getting ready to close it. Okay, so make sure they're not doing that before you try this. Okay, giving you fair warning before you even try it. Make sure you got the right one to do this with. Don't sit there and put it in there and look, Cashbear Mama, they closed my account. They took my money. It's all your fault. No, it's not, because I'm telling you now. It better be the right card. Pay attention. It's time to pay attention. Make sure, they closing accounts, blah, blah, blah. Make sure it's a card that nothing's going to happen. Okay, they haven't been going up on your or down on your credit limits either. Some of them, they've been easing up or, down, like, you had $1,000 and then now you look, I got $600 credit limit. Who did that? And they look at credit reports too. And they look at how you are paying things. So if you are having trouble paying things or kind of bad credit, they're not sure whether you're going to pay them off. And so they're going down on their limits, and and closing accounts. So make sure before you start doing all this, and some of you are in a great position, you're fine. But there's other people, it's going up and down, and I wouldn't mess with that card. Because they may take it and go, okay, count closed. And you don't want that because you can't do this because your money's stuck in with them. You just paid them some money. So, pay attention before you even do this. Pay attention to your cards. That's what you should be doing anyway. With budgeting, you need to pay attention. Why are they going up and down? Okay? They have a right to go up and down because, see, they told you it's their money. It's in fine print in there. They can do what they want to do. So you need to be diligent always and pay attention. to your budget, your cards and everything. And when you don't use them, okay, some of you get mad. I'm not using that card. I ain't using that card. No. Okay. They go, well, must not need the money. They go down too because you may not go up to your limit. Okay, maybe you got a $5,000 card and sometimes all you spend, which is okay, all you may need, but they get ornery, and they go, oh, you're not using up to $5,000. But see, you got to watch your debt ratio there going to, living. Because if you get it up to the hilt, what are they going to do? They're going to say, oh, it's close to the max. They're living off their credit cards. It's at the max. They're not paying them all. If you go over, nope, they went over the limit. They're going to tell the credit bureau. So, get an even keel. And, I try to do like 30%. That's the biggest one I try to do unless I need something, and I try to pay it off every month. I'm paying this off every month. Now that I got all them gone, okay, bye. I pay you off, okay? I'm not paying that interest. I'm not doing that. And some cards, they can do what they want to do. They drop the interest rate when they find out you paying better. So, step up the game. And I know some of you are going through, I got to get my credit score together and blah, blah, blah. But pay attention if you got cards and things, what you're doing. And don't do this if it's not a revolving credit. If it is, check that card to make sure they're not just going to take your money and not give you anything for it and then go, it's closed. And then you're going to sit there with your mouth open talking about, I couldn't do that because now all the cash is gone. So be careful if you do this for some of you. Not all of you, some of you. There's a small section. You have to read the riot act, right? So anyway, take care. I'm going to get on off of here. Got work to do. Okay, and all this other stuff and scheduling meetings and everything. So I want you to have a good day, a wonderful day. Be grateful for everything that you have in your life. Okay? Get money, people, whatever. If you don't have anything, be grateful for that plant that's sitting there smiling at you and wants some water. Okay? Your animals. Be happy. Be grateful that you have a place to live because somebody is not in a good place. Okay? Some people don't have food, and we're in America. Okay, some people have no place. They're living in their vans. We got more seniors also in vans and cars. They're living in there. We're finding, I found one the other day was in a car. So we have to watch because, some of them, they get sick. They're not taking their medicine. They have no money for medicine. So pay attention to what you're doing. Take care. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye. Love you.